It's been a great year for Oklahoma businesses. We're continuing to build the most business-friendly climate in the world. Oklahoma's open for business. We're going to keep working towards that, and I think the Chamber is a very important voice in that conversation and is truly doing the work to make sure that businesses can succeed in a great state like Oklahoma.
The State Chamber has been steadily checking off the boxes for achieving a business-friendly environment over the last 20 years. Our goals have included job creation, business recruitment and retention, and economic prosperity. State Chamber members identified 3 key areas to focus on in 2022. They are addressing Oklahoma's workforce shortage, making Oklahoma's tax code more competitive, and reducing the cost of doing business in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma employers need access to qualified, well-educated workers, so it's no surprise workforce topped the list.
Now, every politician in the history of politicians has talked about economic development and how important it is. But what good does it do our state to have economic development and bring jobs if we don't have the qualified workers to fill those jobs?
Our workforce pipeline starts with education. And a great way to raise the bar in education is to inject choice and competition so parents can send their children to the school that best fits their needs.
We've got to get opportunity, because until we improve the education, we're not going to improve the workforce, we're not going to improve the quality of life, we're not going to keep people here in Oklahoma.
We are proud to work with key leaders like Senate Pro Tem Greg Treat, Senator Adam Pugh, Speaker Pro Tem Kyle Hilbert, and Representative Sheila Dills on legislation giving parents more options for their students and preventing children from being trapped in failing schools. While these bills didn't make it across the finish line this session, we'll continue to advocate for transparency and accountability in Oklahoma schools in the coming years.
Unemployment benefits have become an all too familiar topic for employers over the last couple of years. That's why we teamed up with Representative Ryan Martinez and Senator Zach Taylor to reform the system.
House Bill 1933 simply indexes the unemployment system here in Oklahoma to how good our economy is actually doing.
When the economy is doing well, benefits are reduced, and when the economy is performing poorly, benefits will increase.
So to me, it's just a smart use of dollars to make sure that our unemployment system can remain functional, solvent, without really raising the cost of unemployment on employers.
A skilled workforce is important, but we also need to recruit and retain employers, which brings me to our next priority, pursuing reforms to ensure Oklahoma has a tax code that promotes economic development, business expansion, and job creation.
I think it's really important that we create more taxpayers instead of raising taxes. And the way you create more taxpayers is you create an environment that's business friendly so people want to do business in your state.
He couldn't be more right, which is why we teamed up with pro-business legislators to make Oklahoma's tax code more competitive, like House Bill 3418.
House Bill 3418 was a bill that allowed for full expensing and depreciation of personal property for industry.
Freeing up capital and helping businesses grow, encouraging the right kind of investments in our economy.
It helps to provide that additional reliability and certainty, especially right now when things are so uncertain for a lot of our business community.
And our efforts are working.
The results of the 2020 census showed that a lot of the work that we've been doing has been working, because Oklahoma is one of the states that's growing, which tells you that people want to live here because of our pro-business, pro-growth environment that we have in the state of Oklahoma.
Over the last 2 decades, Oklahoma has implemented legal reforms to improve its legal climate and rebalance the scales of justice, all with the goal of encouraging investment in the state and improving the quality of life for its citizens. But the judiciary continues to legislate from the bench.
It's extremely important that we have a strong judiciary. We don't want to erode the judiciary, we actually want to make it stronger.
A key piece to accomplishing this was the passage of Senate Bill 957 by Senator Brent Howard and Representative Anthony Moore. This significant legislation will reduce conflicts of interest in Oklahoma's judicial branch by developing a fair and transparent recusal process for justices on the Oklahoma Supreme Court and the Court of Criminal Appeals. In addition to judicial reforms, a longtime priority of the State Chamber to bring transparency and oversight to lawsuits brought by the state using outside counsel on a contingency fee was finally signed into law with the help of Senator Kim David and Representative Terry O'Donnell.
This includes requiring an RFP and capping contingency fees to private law firms, protecting their recovery of taxpayer dollars.
Well, without business leadership, without jobs, we lose people, we lose talent, we lose family members to other states. And so it's not just you're helping a business versus people, they're one and the same. When you're helping businesses out that employ Oklahomans, you're helping Oklahomans out.
The legislative victories we have shared with you today bolster our workforce, aligns our tax code to encourage growth, and reduces the cost of litigation for all Oklahomans. proving that when we speak with a unified voice, 23rd and Lincoln listens.
I believe the importance of the Oklahoma State Chamber is that they are the voice for industry all across the state.
But at the end of the day, the State Chamber stands, frankly, ready to help calibrate the goals and focus on what we need to accomplish.
Oklahoma's business community will realize the benefit of the State Chamber's efforts in 2022 for years to come, all made possible by you, our members. We are the voice of the business community at the state capitol, and we can't wait to work for you in 2023.